and welcome to another Lawn Fawn video. Today we are introducing our brand new die, Peekaboo Backdrop, and I love this die so much. It was originally inspired by Shari from the design team. She was making these cool kind of comic book style cards, and we thought how fun would it be to have a die that created those little comic book style windows for you. So here you can see how it cuts this really cool kind of quadruple windowed frame. It also cuts the interior pieces at the same time. And we'll be playing with a ton of different ways to use those interior pieces today as well. The other part of this die are the little peekaboo windows that it comes with. So you'll see the die comes with two different styles of windows in two different sizes. So what you can do is you can take those windows, line them up with those interior pieces that the die cuts. You can hold them in place with some tape, run them through your die cut machine, and you get these cool little windows. The die creates a little emboss line there that you can fold against, and that creates the little hinge for you to have these adorable little peekaboo windows. So here you'll see the next style. This is the same style but in the smaller size. And now we've got those cool little windows with that emboss line there so you can create that hinge. And then here's the other style in the larger size. And then of course we have that other style in the smaller size too. You can use these windows both horizontally and vertically for two different looks depending on what you're going for. When you're using these peekaboo windows with the peekaboo frame, you can use 4 at a time, just 1 at a time. You can mix and match them. You could do all one style or all the other style. So you can really have a lot of fun with it. You can see you could just do the little ones. And one of my favorite looks is actually to just do the one little one in the bottom right-hand corner. There are a few different ways to create your backgrounds for this Peekaboo backdrop. So here I've got a 5.5 by 4.25 inch piece of pattern paper, and I'm just going to layer the whole thing behind to create a really cool look. I can also color in my little windows here, my little frames, using the interior pieces that the die cuts for me. So that's a really cool way to add color and create cool little scenes. The other way to do it is to create kind of a layered backdrop. And to do that, you're going to make 2 squares that are 2/8 of an inch square, and then 2 rectangles that are 3 3/8 by 2 1/8. And this is going to give you the size of frame so that you can layer it and create the background that ends up being 5.5 by 4.25. You can then take your frame and layer it over top. And we're going to be using this method today. So there we've got the method where we're creating panels. We're just using a little piece of paper behind it, or we're using the interior pieces that the die cuts. So this first method that we're doing is using those 2 1/8 by 2 1/8 inch squares and the 3 3/8 by 2 1/8 inch rectangles. And I'm adding color to each of these using my Distress Oxide inks. And I'm not doing anything fancy or any kind of shaded thing. I'm just building the color on there by starting off of the square and then going on. And I just really am liking the look of these oxides, and I think they're really fun. So I thought it would be fun to color the panels this way. The colors that I'm using are Worn Lipstick, Squeezed Lemonade, Broken China, and Twisted Citron. And I'm recreating a super cute card by Elise, so thank you so much, Elise, for letting me recreate this card. Once I have all of my panels colored, I'm going to take a little sprayer here and just take the little tip off and then hit the edge that has water in it and make little water droplets all over my paper. The water will react with the ink and kind of give it little splotches, and I feel like it gives it kind of a cool, different look, just kind of makes it look special. And so I'm going to kind of blot them up with a paper towel and then once again add more splatters until I like the look. Once my panels are done, I'm going to trim down a piece of cardstock to 5.5 by 4.25 and layer these pieces on. Now you may be asking, why didn't she just do those little interior pieces that you could just inlay inside? Well, the reason is that I want to pop up my frame, and I thought it might be kind of hard to line up those little interior pieces if my frame was popped up. So this is a way to create a custom pattern paper for the background that you can easily pop your frame onto. We'll get a better idea of this once I finish the card and put that frame on top. So once my panels are all in place, I'm actually going to stamp out and color a bunch of critters from the Hey There stamp set. I'm going to give them little party hats, and then I'm also going to give them little googly eyes as well to just kind of make them look kind of crazy and funky because they're going to be popping out from all sides of this cute little peekaboo backdrop. Once these guys are all dressed up for their crazy party, I'm going to start layering them to the back of the frame because I want them popped up as well so that they're all kind of popped up from that colored backdrop. So what I like to do is take my tape runner and just run it along the edges of the frame, and then I can stick my characters to the back of the frame while still being able to look at the front to kind of see what placement I want to do. So here you'll see I'm kind of holding that frame and then taking my little chick there and layering it exactly where I think it would be really, really cute. And I love creating little scenes or fun kind of critter crazy parties like this on this die. I think it makes the cards just look so cute. So here you'll see that I have a little excess there on the horse, so I'm just going to trim off that part so it looks like he's popping up just from that backdrop frame piece. I'm going to add foam tape all over the frame and to my characters, and then I can layer that whole thing on that cool backdrop that we created. And here you're going to see why I thought those inlaid pieces would be really hard, because the critters were in the way, so I thought this would be a really fun and easy way to create my own custom pattern paper. And I kind of want to create panel cards even without the frame too, because I thought it was a really cool look. I have some narwhal cardstock that I am going to die cut with my speech bubble die. This is one of the new speech bubble dies. And I'm going to use Riley's ABCs to create my own custom sentiment that is going to say, "Have you heard?" So there's a fun little custom pun there. I love using alphabet sets to do stuff like this. Then I'm going to add some foam tape to the back and layer that on top of my whole scene. I'm going to create a standard size card that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I'm going to stamp on the inside with the new Simply Celebrate, "You are so awesome." What I love about this card is the "Have you heard" could be for anything. It could say it's your birthday or something, so you could even leave it blank and then save the inside depending on what card you want. So here you can see "Have you heard?" and then "You are so awesome." So it's cute and fun, and I think those googly eyes really just add to a lot of the hilarity of those animals coming out from everywhere. I've gone ahead and stamped and colored some bunnies from Hoppy Easter and Some Bunny, and we're going to create a fun birthday card with them. I think it's fun to use the bunnies for something other than Easter. I've cut a peekaboo backdrop from some white cardstock, and I'm also going to find some Gotta Have gingham paper in a gray, and that's going to be my pattern paper for behind it. So I think that looks so pretty. Next, I'm going to be creating some peekaboo windows, but first I want to add some color to my panels. So here you can see that I've got some Peacock Feathers Distress Oxide. Since I already had them out, I just had to ink some more. And once again, I'm just using one color and just starting darker at the bottom and a little bit lighter towards the top. Then I'm using my peekaboo frame as a guide to make sure that I've put enough color on there and that I like the look. Here I'm using some cracked pistachio and then some abandoned coral and then later spice marmalade to create these really pretty windows that have a slight gradient to them, and I think these colors are just really, really gorgeous together. Once my pieces of cardstock have enough colored ink on them, I'm going to take the Peekaboo Backdrop die and then line it up with those inked areas to die cut those interior pieces. So you'll see I'm going to kind of move the die around until I really like the look, and then I'll use some Post-it note tape to hold it in place. And I want a little bit of kind of lighter white area towards the top. And that's why I inked it before, because I thought it'd be nice to choose from the best area of the inking. So there I ran it through my die cut machine, and now I have a panel for the interior that's the perfect size. I'm going to repeat the same thing with all of the other colored panels so that I have all of them done. The next step is to cut the peekaboo windows, and I'm going to go crazy with this one and use all of the windows because I just thought it would be fun to use them all and create a card that just has all these cute little interactive peekaboo areas. So I'm going to cut both the small and the large and both styles so that the whole card is kind of just crazy and fun for a birthday card. Now, once I have all of these cut, I want to add some little decorations to these, some party decorations for birthday. So I'm actually using the stamp set Party Animal, and it's got all these fun little like confetti pieces in it. And so I'm stamping those using the same exact ink that I ink blended with so that it has a nice kind of monochromatic look to each one. And I'm just filling the bottom and then kind of just filling in towards the top a little bit so it looks like there's kind of a party coming, kind of exploding from the bottom of each one. And I think it's just a really, really cool look. Then next, I'm going to take my glue tube and add a bunch of glue to my frame and layer that right on top of my pattern paper. And that's going to be my background. So that's a really nice and easy way to do a background because all I had to do was layer that pattern paper right behind. Now it's time to create my scenes and add my little bunnies. But the first thing I'm going to do is actually bend along the little score lines that the die created for me so that I have my little peekaboo window as a guide. So I'm going to kind of layer that peekaboo window on top and make sure my bunny is in the right placement. And then I can kind of move him around until he looks perfect in there. I've got some balloons that are from that party animal stamp set as well, and I'm going to layer those and then just trim off the edge and add those to the window up top to kind of give a fun party feel. I'm continuing on with my layering here, so I'll add my bunny and then I'll take my window and make sure the bunny is in the right place. So a lot of times I'll notice I'll kind of put them too much to the right and I kind of got to bring them in. Another way to do it is to lay your window in and then put the bunny in like I did here. So I'm kind of just putting that bunny right in the perfect spot and then giving him a cute little carrot. Once I've created my last little vignette down there, I can start layering my panel pieces on. And so I'm using my glue here, but I'm making sure to only go around the outside edges so that that window can still kind of peekaboo and open really easily. So I'm going to add the glue and then I can just pop that window right in since it was the interior piece from the die. So it's nice and easy to do. So I'll add my glue again and then once again just pop that window right in. I love seeing all of the color kind of come to life when those windows are added to the card. And then the really fun part is actually playing with those little peekaboos so you can see just how cute they are. You can kind of pop those windows open and see what's going on inside. So it's a really fun interactive card, but it's really, really easy to do. Next up, I'm stamping a sentiment that has the Hoppy from Hoppy Easter and the birthday from Party Animal. I'm stamping in some Versamark ink and I'm going to heat emboss it with some white heat embossing powder because we're going to do an emboss resist technique on there. So now that the embossing powder is all heated up and nice and shiny, it will resist the ink, which is wilted violet here, as I add it, and it just looks really, really cool, and then the inking will kind of match the rest of the card. I'm just going to use a paper towel to buff out those letters for any excess ink that was stuck to them, and now you can see that beautiful bright white sentiment on there. I'm going to trim down a little panel piece and then cut some flagged ends. I'm cutting down the center and then from the outer edge of the piece of paper to the top of the center of that cut, and then I'll repeat on the other side to create a cute little flagged end. And then I'll do it on the other side of this panel too. So I'm just going to connect that outer corner with the top of that little slit I made in the middle. I'm going to add a little foam tape to this sentiment and then I can layer that right along the inside there. So I've got my cute sentiment, but my windows can still open freely. I'm creating a card base that's 4¼ by 5½. I'll add some adhesive to that card base and then I can add my whole peekaboo window panel right on top. And now you can see these fun little panels. I just think they're so cute, and I really think it would make someone's day just to see all of these cute little hidden scenes inside. Another really fun thing to do with these peekaboo windows would be to just put one in that bottom right-hand corner and have that be your sentiment or maybe your message to someone on the inside. I think you could get really creative and have a ton of fun with these, and I cannot wait to see what kind of cool things you guys are going to come up with. The next card we're going to be working on is using this Peekaboo Backdrop for a decorative panel instead of for creating these kind of comic book type scenes. So I'm going to die cut it from some white cardstock. Then I'm going to go into my Gotta Have Gingham pack and I'm going to find this really pretty purple gingham and I'm going to die cut the panel from that as well. And I'm going to be using those interior panels this time, but I'm going to save that frame for another card later. And then in my really rainbow pack, there's also a purple paper that matches really, really nicely with the gingham. So I'm going to take that purple paper out, that's hard to say, and then I'm going to die cut all those interior pieces too. I'm creating a card base that's 4¼ by 5½. Then I'll add some glue there to the back of my panel and then layer that right onto the card base. The next thing I'm going to do is inlay all of those pattern paper pieces. And so it's really going to create kind of a custom cool background instead of these little scenes as we had done earlier. So I love that there's kind of multiple ways to use this backdrop. So I'm going to drop in the little pattern stripe there, and then the gingham is going to go into the two smaller squares. Then I'm going to die cut from that same purple stripe paper a dotted circle. And then I'll also die cut a zigzag circle from some white cardstock. I'll then layer those two pieces together. Now I'm recreating a gorgeous card by Audrey here, so thank you so much, Audrey, for letting me recreate your card. And the card before was by Yainea, and oh my goodness, thank you so much, Yainea, too. Now here I've stamped the happy from Happy 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 and the banner from Bannertastic, and the Mother's Day is also from Happy Happy Happy. And I'm using a really light purple marker just to go all the way around the edges of that banner. And I'm also going to color in the happy phrase there, putting a little bit of darker purple at the bottom and lighter towards the top. And that purple really matches the purples that are in the pattern paper too. And so you'll see how these pieces are going to layer together. I've now die cut some flowers from little flowers from some sunflower cardstock. I'm going to use a Copic marker to kind of add a little detail to the cardstock. So this is a quick way to add detail to cardstock. I'm just creating some kind of light strokes just so that it looks like a flower petal. So kind of just like little feathers there going up. And it really adds a lot to the cardstock. I think it looks really cool. So I've cut some centers here from some black licorice cardstock and I'm going to layer those inside. I'll die cut some stems from some noble fir cardstock, and I'm going to repeat the same thing with a Copic marker. So I'm going to take a Copic marker that's pretty much the same color as that cardstock, I think it's YG17, and just create those little kind of flicked edges on the leaves, just so that everything kind of matches and goes together. Then I'm going to layer my little flowers right on top of the stems. I'll then use my white gel pen to add a little detail to those flower centers, and I think it really makes them look kind of 3D. I've cut my flower pot and flower pot lid there from some chocolate bar cardstock, and I'm going to repeat the same thing with a marker that's about the same color as that cardstock, just creating those little kind of flicked feathered edges just to give it a little detail. And you'll see when you put the Copic marker on there, at first it looks really dark, and then it kind of blends into the paper and really starts to look kind of cool. I'm then going to take that little flower pot, like kind of lid area there, the little lip, I mean, and I'm going to layer that on top and then add some white pen details to the pot so that it coordinates with the flowers. I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of the pot, and the die creates a little slit for you so that you can pop those flowers right in and create your own cute little flower garden. I just think they look so adorable in there. So now I just have to layer all of my pieces. So I'm going to layer my little zigzag circle, and then from there we'll put our Mother's Day banner. Then I'm going to add some foam dots to my flowers and layer those right on top of the circle, and then I can layer my happy right on top of that. And this is a simple card. It was really fun to make. You could use the other panels to create another card at the same time too, which is really, really cool. Here's a look at the 3 types of cards that we made with the Peekaboo Backdrop today. We created some cute little window cards that's kind of a fun and easy to do interactive element. We created a background with the Peekaboo Backdrop that looks really awesome, and we created a fun comic book scene. Here's a look at 2 other cards that I've made in earlier videos using the Peekaboo Backdrop, and I just think it's so much fun for kind of highlighting a bunch of different stamps and creating cute little vignettes with all of them. And then here is a card by Jess. I just had to show you guys how cute are those little cupboard windows that you can peek into the bunnies. We have some really amazing cards by the design team, and Shari blew me away with her 4 Seasons card. Here's the card by Elise that inspired me to make mine today. It's just so cute and fun. I love how Lizzie just used die cuts and speech bubbles. It's such a cool look and makes a cute and clean and simple card. I love how Jen created kind of like barn doors that you can look inside and see the little horse. Letitia's card is just gorgeous. I adore those layered butterflies. And then here's the card by Audrey that inspired me to make mine. I just love that beautiful purple backdrop that she created. Nicole has blown me away with her totally awesome scene. I love those little peekaboo flaps and how you can see inside to the fun little frogs. I love this scene by Elena with the rub-a-dub-dub. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's so adorable. And then Elise created some really fun peekaboo windows. So she's got a scene on the outside and a scene on the inside, which is really awesome. I love this Easter card by Lynette. Oh my gosh, those little scenes are so fun. I love the eggs and the carrots floating around. And then here's the card by Yanea that inspired me to make mine, and I just adore her little birthday bunnies and all of these fun windows. So I cannot wait to see what you guys create with Peekaboo Backdrop, so make sure to share it with us. Thank you so much for watching today, and have an absolutely amazing day. Bye!